there, happy Saturday. Sun shining, not raining. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I actually managed to go down to Cleveleys today in the sunshine down the seafront. And Cleveleys is sort of the opposite to Fleetwood. Cleveleys does get tourists because there's a lot more shops and there's a lot more to do. So it was absolutely rammed, yeah, with people. You know, when you've got a big scooter like me, it's like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And every dog in the whole of Cleveleys and Fleetwood was out on the seafront. Which is a shame really, because we've had a sewage outage. So, you know, the poor little things can't win the sea. Now they can any humans because, you know, they could get E. coli and all that glorious stuff. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Hang on a moment while I do that. Oh dear, dear, dear. You know, you're so silly, Janet. Yeah. You're so silly. You forget to do something every time, yeah. Sound. Right. They're off now. You should not hear any more twiddly-dee, twiddly-dees anymore. Well, I'll start off with where I went. I went to Marks and Spencer's because I'm a food snob. As my son calls me a food snob, I am a food snob. I love fish. I should say that the family are away tonight and they've took the dogs, so it's peaceful. But they're back tomorrow, so it's only a one night respite. So I do love fish. My son's a bit with fish. He's only got to find a bone in a piece of fish and that's him gone. Just like his father. His father was the same. So I went in and I'm looking at the fish and I found some lightly dusted breaded plaice and it was reduced. I thought, yeah, there's not much on plaice, is there? You know, you've got to admit it, they're thin, aren't they? But I can have both pieces to myself. So I've got that and some veggies and a bit of salad. So that's my sort of healthy tea, yeah. I did get some fruit and some yoghurt and some cottage cheese and things like that. Because I do love cherries and, you know, plums and things that my daughter-in-law doesn't normally buy, yeah. Because I suppose they're expensive, aren't they? So she doesn't. And I also treated myself to a box of medjool dates. Can you see them? Medjool dates. Again, terribly expensive, but I do love it. Well, I do love a date. I would like one with a human, but that's not possible, so I'll settle for a box of dates, yeah. And then I went into Boots the chemist to see if they had any ingrowing toenail, but they said they don't make it anymore, so I'm going to have to search online. It's not a toenail that's ingrowing, it's my thumb. My thumbnail's ingrowing and it's really hurting. Cheers. It's low calorie, I will tell you. I'm so thirsty after going out. Anyway, I got my bottle of Gaviscon, you know, for the upset tongue. Anyway, the post brought me some things. Once again, I've been on eBay. You know, I can't control my shopping. When I can't knit or I can't crochet, I have to shop, don't I? Yeah. Once again, I'm going more for the tailored look. I've gone off the big baggy sweaters. I'm not tiny and I've not got a waist, but I like the illusion of having a waistline. This is knitted. It's done in a yarn called Fiona, which was a very fine double knit, so that was it. And I also got, it's very battered, I don't know whether you can see it or not, it's Emu. It's in double knitting or it's in chunky. There's two patterns on the one pattern. I don't know whether you can see it or not. It's got a cable, but it's also got kind of like a broken moss stitch on it as well. It's a little bit battered, the pattern, but it is an original pattern. So I do like that. And I also got this one, which I should take out of the cover, shouldn't I? If I could get my fingers to work, I would take it out of the cover. But seeing as I can't, you'll have to try and see it through the cover. This one's done in chunky. It was Emu Super Match Chunky. And I don't know whether you can see it or not because of the glare. It's done like in different squares of different stitches. Well, only 2 different stitches, I think. But it makes it a nice pattern. You can see a theme. I'm on the winter white again, aren't I? Yeah. Then I went into the shed. I had to post something, so I had to go in the shed. My mum made me this many, many moons ago. This is the jacket that got hooked up on Tony Christie's cufflink. Yeah. So I might have a bash at that. And you remember me showing you a cardigan pattern the other day, and I said I had a lovely sweater that I've made many, many times. It's in this book, which I've never seen since because it's Lister's, and Lister's went by the wall many, many moons ago. But I do love this pattern, and I'm going to have another go at doing it. It looks so complex, doesn't it? And yet it isn't. It's, you know, you do the white as the background, obviously, and the multicolour is your contrast. But it's done by winding the wool, I think, 3 times round. You can see I've done it many times by all the writing on it, which I don't normally write on a pattern, but I have on this. It's because the pattern, as it stands, doesn't have a rib at the bottom, and I've decided to put a rib. Right, where are we going? Yeah. K5M. What's your abbreviations? Abbreviations? Where are the abbreviations? Unless they're at the front of the book. I was going to tell you how they did it. It's K5M or something. I've done it, so I should know what it is. Slip 1 purlwise, yeah. 11th row, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't tell you how you do it. I know you keep slipping one, but if you slipped one, it would, well, it does pull it up actually. It makes it more like a honeycomb sort of stitch. Maybe that's why. I thought you wound the wool round a few times. But you don't, you just keep slipping it. So the contrast row, you just do 2 rows of contrast, then you start again with the white, and then you slip in the stitch from the contrast upwards to make it like a honeycomb stitch. So that is what you do. I thought you went round the, I thought you wound it round a few times, but apparently you don't. Anyway, I'm going to have a go at it. I know what the chunk is, but I don't know what I'm going to use for the contrast bit. But I did put ribbing around the neckline and cuffs and the bottom because I didn't like the wide bagginess of it, yeah. Anyway, I actually went into a charity shop, well, 2 charity shops I went into. One I didn't find anything. Because as usual I'm out of luck. This one I probably overpaid for it because it's only a George one and it cost me £4.50, but it does look rather new and I quite like the colour. It's like a sort of aqua green. It doesn't look like it's ever been worn. It doesn't look very green, does it? But it is actually like an aqua. It looks more grey on them. But it's actually like a, I'd call it more of a sage green, yeah. I love these just plain round neck. I don't call them a t-shirt. What would you call them? Not a sweater, are they? They're like a long sleeve t-shirt top. But I do love them because A, they're warm, and B, they go under everything, don't they? So I paid £4.50 for that, which I think was quite pricey really for what it was. But it is new. Or it looks new to me. There's not one bobble in sight. And there's not a mark on it, so I presume it's a new one. And then I actually got 2 winter scarves. Yes, I know it's coming into spring, but you know, you have to get things when you see them, don't you? This one is like a chenille, which is gorgeous. It has got a mark on it, but it's only where the label's been and somebody's took the label off it. So I'm hoping that it will wash off. Where's it gone? It's got a mark on it, but it was where they've took the sticky label off it. And I think the first time it washes, the glue will dissolve. But it's very pretty colour, isn't it? It's sort of like Not quite as pink as it's looking on the camera, but it's got a gorgeous fringe. Look at that fringe on it. Looks so nice and warm, doesn't it? It looks very pink on camera, but it's actually more of a clover pink, but it's chenille. Look at that, it's gorgeous, isn't it? And it's lovely, and it's very, very long. So that was £2, so I was quite happy with that one. And then the last one, I had to get it because it's got sparkles. And it's purple. Yeah. It's got, look at that, it's got pearls and it's got sparkles on it. I don't know whether you can see the sparkles or not. That's a sparkle. Like a little imitation diamond. Let's pretend they're diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. So it's got pearls on. It's got fringe. And it's got pearls on either end, I think. Yeah, pearls on either end. And on, oh, it's got pearls on both sides. I didn't realise that. It seems to have got a pearl missing, but we won't go into that. I'm not really fussed if it's got a pearl missing, because I don't think you would notice it, would you? Yep. So it's got pearls on either side, so you could wear it either way. And the fringe. And it's purple. So these will have to be washed. Has it got a label on? I thought I saw a label. I'm dreaming. I thought I saw a label. The pink one, somebody's took the sticky label off it, so somebody appears to have took the label off this one. But it's more like a pashmina than a shawl, so that will be very, very useful, especially in purple. So I'm quite happy with that. Oh, it does have a label on it. Jessica McClintock. And it says, what does it say? Oh, trying to read it upside down doesn't help, does it? Oh, it is polyester made in China. Hand wash cold. Do not bleach. Well, who would bleach purple? Line dry. Do not. Right, so I'll wait for a nice sunny day. So to wash it and peg it out. But look at that. Look at the size of it for £2. Gorgeous, isn't it? Anyway, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing some beads I've had ages. They came from, where else? eBay. The pattern I can tell you, it's from Doris Chan's Everyday Crochet book. Can't tell you what the wool is, I've forgotten. Yeah. But it's just a plainish sweater. I don't know what I made it in, but it's actually very thick. It's kind of thicker than a double knit. But it's probably something I had in my stash, so you'll have to forgive me if I can't remember. You know, I'm getting old. Brain's not what it was. Yeah. So what else was I going to tell you? Can't remember. See what I mean? Brain's gone. Completely gone. No, I can't think what else I was going to say. Except it was a lovely day today. And I was going in and out of the little doggies, trying not to run them over. They don't like it when you run over their paws, you know, they get a bit biffed. No, I always slow down to a stop so I know what they're going to do, because the dogs have a habit of going shoof right in front of the scooter. And I would be absolutely distraught if I ran over one of them or ran over a paw or anything like that, you know. So I go down at a snail's pace, yeah. And for some reason my battery has gone right down to almost 0. I don't know why, because it should have been charging up overnight. I'm not technologically minded, as you've probably gathered. I did try to put subtitles on, and I don't know whether I only put them on one video or whether they're on all the videos. I have no idea, because I think I do things and I think I do it right. And then when I go back and check, it hasn't worked, you know. Do you have that problem? Yeah. Yeah, I do try. As some may say, I am very trying. Yes, you are, John, very trying indeed. So, I'm going to maybe eat a cherry or two, because it's not quite time to put my fish on. And I'll see you all later on. If you're in the UK, it'll be 9 o'clock. If you're in the US, you maybe catch up with it tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe catch up with it Sunday. So anyway, going to go. I can't really do much knitting. I'm going to try again. My hand. I even tried some new analgesic, you know, supposed to be all singing and dancing according to the blurb, you know. But you buy it and it's just the same as what you've already bought before, and you get sucked into this advertising, don't you? This is wonderful, this is marvellous, and you get all these kind of reviews that say how wonderful this stuff is, and you get sucked into it, and you rub it on your hand and there's absolutely no difference whatsoever. So you just wasted your money, didn't you? So I'm going to go online and look for some ingrained toenail, or in my case, fingernail. All the woman at Boots the Chemist said was soak it in hot water. I said, I've done that, it's not done anything. But that ingrained toenail stuff used to be great. You used to slap it on and put like a cover over it and leave it to soak, and then it used to make your nail go a bit bendy, yeah. So you could prise out what was sticking in. But with it being a fingernail, you're touching something all the time, aren't you? And you're it's probably not helping with your crochet. Oh, I did do something yesterday. I managed to sew the buttons on the navy blue and whatever coloured cardigan I'm doing in the granny stitch. I haven't been able to do any more on either of the sleeves. I've got 2 sleeves that come to about there so far, which obviously they need to be long sleeves. But I sewed the buttons on. I managed to do that, managed to sew the buttons on. Because I was sewing 2 labels in something that I'd sent by the post. So I sewed 2 labels in, so while I had my sewing box out, I thought, sew the buttons on. So I did. I need to order some buttons for the winter white cardigan that I'm doing. You know, the one with the big waistband and that. I think I need 11. And they're like a dome. Well, they're not proper brass, are they? They're like plastic, metal covered plastic, or metal coloured plastic they'll be. But they're like a dome button. And I know I don't have 11 in the shed, so I need to order those. So while this is uploading, I shall be looking on eBay or Amazon or whatever to see what I can find. Anyway, I'll see you all later, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, thumbs up, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Even if they don't want to watch me, you can still tell your friends, can't you? 1 out of 100 might want to watch me. You'll never know. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend.